Tare ba?
Just another update here. Doing a skim coat on the post and then putting the concrete epoxy on some of the cracks in the concrete up here. This is just a thin concrete floor on top of marine plywood, so with steel mesh. We didn't pour a foundation up here, we just went with the light materials. So we did mix Sahara with the concrete. It's like for waterproofing, and because it's such a thin pour, and I don't know, because of the Sahara mix in there, we did get some cracking. So wherever there's a crack, we're putting some concrete epoxy in. And then after this, it'll all be tiled. And then we'll put some kind of sealant on the tiles. So the guys will just fill in the cracks with epoxy. The building permit would have been a lot more if we went with the thick concrete foundation here, and we would have had to put steel underneath and a lot more rebarb and stuff. So it's just a small area up here for the upper deck, so we didn't want to spend that much money on putting the whole slab up here, and I think it would have doubled the price of the building permit too. So just all light materials. So once we get the epoxy concrete, that was the only areas that was really leaking, was wherever the cracks were. So I think the concrete up here is about 1.5 inches thick, 2 inches thick. Except for in some areas like the doorway here, it is thicker here. I think it's about 3 inches thick around the doorway. And then all around this wall here too, there's like a berm that they built up, so the concrete's thicker there. But we're gonna epoxy along the edge, all along the edge there. And then once that's done, we'll go ahead and get this all tiled up here. Like I said, we just got 2 guys working today, my wife's brothers, so they're finishing the skim coat on the posts up here. Still got a couple posts to do. These ones over here all need to be done. So. I think this other water tank area here that we're planning to put the second water tank up here, I think we discussed, and I think we're gonna just go with one water tank, one 1,000 liter, 1,100 liter tank over here on the bathroom side. And then this one over here, I think we're just gonna pour some more concrete and concrete and build it up to the same level as this flooring and have it all tiled, and we'll use this as kind of a little viewing area that you can step out on. It's all got the roof up here, so this will be a nice area just to sit out on. And like I said, someday down there they're building a water reservoir, so we're gonna have a lake down there, so it'll be a nice area just to sit down and look at the lake down there. Maybe a couple more years before they're done down there. So, but they are working on it every day down there, so maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll have a lake down there. And our property goes all the way down to the edge of the lake down there, so can do some fishing down there someday. I don't know how big the reservoir is going to be, or if they will allow you to have a little boat. But you could always have a little fishing boat and go out there and catch some freshwater fish out there. Dogs love it up here. Nice cool breeze. Got a fiesta tomorrow, or actually today, so most of the guys took today off and go to the fiesta today. So that's why we just got 2 workers today, so. And then the foreman over there, of course. Staircase area again. We did get some of the metal for the railing, which is all down there. Got 2x3s, galvanized steel, 20 feet long. Got that delivered yesterday, and we're expecting, I think that's 10 pieces down there now, so we're expecting 20 pieces of 2x2s, the same galvanized steel, 20 feet long each of them. So maybe they couldn't carry it all on one load, so they're gonna probably bring that today, along with some more primer for the paint. I think we'll keep this area all white. Up here on the top, I think we're gonna go with keep the ceiling up here in the cove lighting area white, and then everything else I think we're gonna paint it with the, what is that color, gray? The
neutral gray.
Neutral gray, right? We're gonna go with neutral gray?
If we can find it.
Yeah, we may have to go to a different hardware. They didn't have it at the hardware that we went to last week, so.
It's okay, it has a primer anyway. We're gonna put a primer.
Yeah, we still gotta prime everything. This has all been just skim coated. It still needs to be a little sanded lightly and then primed and painted.
It's not done.
But it's all been skim coated. Hasn't been sanded yet though.
Sanded, and primer it, and then white. And then the
Yeah, the
rest
center
is gray.
section will all be white, and then so it'll be like a two-tone type. I think neutral neutral gray. It's kind of a lighter gray. I think will be a nice color. I don't want to go with anything too crazy. Just keep it kind of natural looking. Like I said, all these posts need to be skim coated and primered and painted. I think the post I might leave white. Leave the post white, and then everything else will be the neutral gray. Give it that two-tone look. Cebu off there in the distance there. This will give us a little more room here too if we just convert this into a little lookout point here. I think next week, or maybe later on this week, they'll start the railings. I bought a cut-off saw and a good hand drill. I'm sure it's fine. A Makita cut-off saw, 13-inch blade. You can't really set angles on it, but you can just do straight cuts. But I guess if you need to do an angle cut, you just turn the bar on the 45. So most of the galvanized metal that we bought is just for the upper deck up here. We're still gonna have to get some for the staircase railing and then the railing for the front porch. So I believe what we got is just enough for up here, the upper deck. Get this all done and go paint the railings all black. Everything will be black. And the railings will just go horizontally. I think I'm going to have 2 verticals. On either end, like one about 4 inches away from the post on each side, and then I think those will be 2x2s, and then the 2x2s will go horizontally across, and then there'll be 2x3s, one on the top and one on the bottom, and then there'll be 3 additional horizontals that go through the middle there that are welded to the 2 vertical 2x2s. I don't know if I'll put I don't know if you bought enough for the vertical pieces to be the 2x3s or the 2x2s, but in some cases maybe I'll just have the, I don't know, some of these sections are pretty short. You could probably just have gone with horizontals all the way across. But it's just going to be tied into the post in 2 places on each 2x3. They just weld a cap on the end, and then they open up the bottom and put some concrete bolts. Some concrete bolts on the ends, and then they cover it back up. So I'll have to film some of that when they start doing it. The skilled carpenter's got a plan on how he's going to do it. I thought they would just weld a plate on the end and then just bolt it right into the concrete post with 4 bolts with plates. But now he's got another idea, which everything will be hidden, so that's sounds better to me. Yep, that's where our lake will be, down there. Wife's debugging the dogs. Nice and cool up here this morning.
Always like this.
Get down, hiking down there in the jungle. It's about a 10-degree difference. Plus the humidity down there is crazy. Up here it's much cooler. That's our compound over there. Brother-in-law, 4 brothers-in-law and 1 sister-in-law down there. So we've got about 5 houses down there, and then our house is behind the trees down there too. 6 houses down there. 3 hectares. Some of my wife's property even goes on the other side of the Barangay Road over there. Just a sliver of it. She lets one of her cousins build a house over there, live over there. So I got about 400 square meters on the other side of the Barangay Road over there too. It's kind of triangle shaped, so like a piece of pie shape. So actually all of the Barangay Road cuts through all my wife's property, which is someday will get cemented, hopefully. They're working on the road down below, so it's slowly getting there. They keep getting closer and closer with the cement. Alright, that's just another update. See you next time.